Did the reverse. I don't know why I did the reverse.
Shalom. You know, the brother Zaab, the brother
Zahadala.
You know, and just want to give all praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to all apostles and elders of great millstone that rule well.
Right.
And much love to all you Akim around the four corner pushing this word continuously in all sincerity and in truth. You know, me and the brother here, you know, we just been continuously, you know, having spiritual conversations, you know, which pretty much that's what your days really should be occupied with. You know, and the time that we in, you know, this word is going out at an alarming rate, man. You know, there's nothing on the internet that's being pushed like this, you know, and the number is small, you know, but the work is still great,
right?
You know, and men are actually, you know, denying their self to push the word of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, and you can see that, man.
Right.
You can really see that. You can see that men, you know, they go out to the world to do what they got to do, but really their minds are on the spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. You know, and that's why the order was put out to do your videos like that, so that your mind constantly stays occupied in the spirit of the Lord.
Right.
Okay. And the time that we're in right now, a lot of people are being told about what's going on, but you know, the Most High is you know, Israel is all over the world, so the Most High is going to bring us together. But what is He doing? He's sifting us.
Right.
Okay. So I'll start off here with this first scripture. It's Romans 9:9. For lo, I will command and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations, like as corn is sifted in a sieve.
Right. And where you at, bro?
I'm in Amos 9:9.
Let me get that word sift.
Okay,
you know, just for edification.
Yeah,
All right.
You know, it's kind of Go ahead, brother.
Because he said, I will sift the house of Israel among all nations. So the house of Israel, that lets you know that the house of Israel is among all nations. Okay, He will sift us among all nations. Because you know, how do we get among all those nations? We were what? We were scattered abroad. Hence the reason why when we go out and teach on the highways and hedges, you know, we're to go out and prophesy to the nations, because our people are scattered among them. That's our main job, man. All right, and then part of and us doing that helps what? Sift the house of Israel among all nations. All right, so I'm gonna look up that word sift real quick out.
Okay.
That word Amos 9:9. So for lo, I will command and I will sift. Now the Hebrew word for sift is a na, wa, and I. It's in the Y. All right, in the Y. It says to quiver, totter, shake, reel, stagger, wander, move, sift, make move. To totter, to be tossed about or around, to toss about, to shake, cause to totter, to shake. So it was shake, and then it also says sift. Now, a lot of the times I like to do, whenever it says the same word within the definition, you go look up the word again in the etymology.
Right? Hey, that's beautiful. Hey, that's part of what we do, man. You know.
So the word sift means pass something through a sieve. So like it. To sift, sieve, to pass loosely or fall scatteredly. All right. So it's to sift, to pass through loosely, man. All right.
So yeah, pretty much it's like, you know, it's like a strainer, so to speak. You know, after you make tea or whatever, you pour it over something to strain out all the good, and then all the undesirable remains behind. It's sifted out, just like with rice or with flour. You know, growing up, you know, we had flour, but you will have certain like little mites and stuff in there. You got to sift the flour. Same thing with Israel.
Right.
Okay. So continuing on, it says, like as corn is sifted in a sieve, yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth.
Hey, shalom, you know, shalom to the Akim out there watching. We got
shalom.
We got two cameras going. That's why it kind of looks like, you know, we side by side like this. But hey, shalom to the Akim, bro. It's just a spiritual video that we're doing. Many are called, but few are chosen. It's all about, basically, brother, it's all about the elect. Everything that we're doing is about the elect. The many that are called, a few are chosen. First of all, within that many that are called is Israel, man. Only Israel is called, man.
That's right.
But it said, but few are chosen. That chosen is the elect, man, because out of the, matter of fact, Akim, we get Zechariah 13. We had to get that.
Yeah.
Because 1/3 is damn sure a few compared to the 2/3. You know, 33.3% is damn near is way less than 66.6, bro. This is like mathematically, it's almost like for every 3 Israelites, 1 is making it, man.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a lot, man.
That's a lot. That's a whole lot, because there's a lot of Israelites in Babylon. There's a lot of Israelites, man. Out here, you know, we just looked it up on Google. There's over 7.5 billion people on the earth,
supposedly.
You know, well, roughly speaking.
Right.
So if just 144 is going to make it, you know, and in America, there's what, like 370 something million people here.
They say 308. Well, I don't even know if it increased this, like you said, 370.
Yeah.
You know, million people so-called in America.
Khan.
You know.
Khan. And he wanted that in Zechariah.
Khan 13.
Khan. You start from the top or
Khan.
Okay.
13 and 8.
Yeah, okay, let's jump all the way down to the point. Zechariah 13 and 8, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die.
And you know what? Every time brothers break that down, I like to go into it. Like every time brothers read it, I don't care if we sound like a broken record or something on repeat. It's because you never know what new brother might come in and see that and say, "Yo, I'm glad the brother went into that."
Yeah, kind.
You know, like it said. In all the land, 2 parts therein should be cut off and die.
Correct.
All right. Now, a land, what you got to understand is a land can't die, man. A land can't die, bro.
Right.
So that's when it's talking about die, it's talking about a people. And in all the land, with Bakusha,
can
read it.
And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Most High, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die. But the 3rd shall be left therein.
Right, because when you know about prophecy, according to prophecy, America's going to be completely destroyed. It's not going to be a piece of America left in. So it's not even talking about that. You know, according to prophecy, the whole land of America is going to be destroyed. Babylon's going to be completely destroyed like Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed. So it's not talking about that. It says, in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die. That's talking about Israel, man. They said the 3rd shall be left therein. Yeah. That's the elect. That's that the house of Israel, like the brother said in Amos 9 and 9. That's going to be sifted out, man. It's the same people. Yeah. All this is dealing with the elect. It's only when it boils down to, it's only going to be the elect, and that's it. The elect is going to make it, and the 2/3 is going to be destroyed, man.
Yeah, yeah, and rightfully so, man. Because y'all 2/3 of our nation are wicked as hell, man. Y'all are wicked as hell. Especially you freaking woman, man. Y'all are goddamn is the most vile beast out here. Okay, really, there's nothing nice to be said about the 2/3. You know, in terms of the woman, man. Right. You know, for the few awkward out there that's sincere listening, you know, hey man, well, y'all gotta get right. Y'all know what y'all gotta do. But for the most part, we're dealing with the wicked, the 2/3 that's gonna be left behind.
And we, like me and the brother was talking about earlier, we come down, like the brother said, hey man, you know, it's like, because it's a build-up process too, it's a balance. Because mainly what our job is to go out and teach the men, and the men teach their women at home. Yeah, that's the order. But at the same time, you do know that the women of our nation are weak. They're weak. So if the men have lost their damn mind, you know the woman ain't gonna have as much faith. You know, naturally. So your job is right now, if you believe in the scriptures and believe in how we're teaching, just to continue to be humble and do what you got to do, man. Because according to the scriptures, it's going to be the women that's going to what? That's going to cling to the men of the Lord. They're going to make it, man. And that's the balance. We got to have women in the kingdom that's going to make it. So the ones of y'all that truly believe, you keep believing and doing what you're doing and being humble, you know, showing humility. But everybody else, when we speak about the destruction of the 2/3, hey, it's more women than men, man. Oh yeah. So the majority of the 2/3 is going to be women, man. If you think about it mathematically, that shows you how many, like the brother was saying, the wicked women. That shows you how many women are going to be destroyed, man. All right, this is Micah 7 and 10. It says, then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her which said unto me, where is the Lord thy power? Now, according to the scriptures, the house of Israel is also that woman, man. It's the house of Israel's woman. That scripture is twofold. It says, she is thy enemy shall see it. Now look, that's the nation of Israel, that the rebellious nation of Israel, and we use that scripture also for the actual woman of our nation, man. It said, the she that is my enemy shall see. It says, and shame shall cover her was said unto me, where is the Lord thy power? The shame's going to cover you when the Lord starts to bring torment and destruction and hell on this place, man. By martial law, basically everything that the brothers is talking about and prophecy that's coming out, when the dollar collapses, when the issuing of the chip, when you can't eat, when things are different, then that shame is going to start to come on our women, man.
Yeah.
They're like, oh man, this is all, everything that those prophets been talking about is real. Oh man, you know, I should have acted up and act right, you know. But by, you know, that's what we telling the women now. You got to get right, man.
Yeah.
The ones that's humble, you got to stay right, because you want to be caught up with the rest of the women. Remember, the majority of the 2/3 going to be women, man. That's a lot of women that's going to be destroyed. You don't want to be a part of that.
Yeah, kind.
It says, was said unto me, where is the Lord thy power? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. And that's going to happen to the woman. And that's going to happen. And guess what? Since we talking about the woman, and whatever woman that is that's going to happen to, she's going to be a part of the 2/3. So that's going to include her with the men, the 2/3 of Israel. So they're going to be caught up and trampled down because they was going off, man. All right.
Yeah.
You got something now?
Yeah. This is Matthew 22. And I started at 9. It says, go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as ye shall find, bid to the marriage.
And that's what we do. We go out to the highways and hedges. That's a commandment, by the way. You know, it's like the main commandments in the laws of Moses is 613 laws. But you got to understand, whatever the Most High commands his prophets throughout, the prophets come back in the reincarnation. So whenever it was commanded for those prophets to do, we take on to do it ourselves, man. Because each prophet in each kingdom, well, can you get that up? Prophesy of war and of evil and pestilence. Oh man, we haven't got that scripture in a minute, man. Prophets of old speak of war and of evil and of pestilence. Man, I don't know why it's not coming up, but you know, we'll find it through the Spirit.
Jeremiah 28:8.
Yeah, 28:8. It's the basic scripture. You got it up.
The prophets that have been before me, before thee of old, prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence.
Right. They prophesied war and of evil and of pestilence, man. So let me see. Spirit of the prophet. Can you look that one up too? The spirit of the prophets is subject to the prophets. Okay. But according to and while you look that up, I'll read it again, edification's sake. This is Jeremiah, and bear with us, Akim. You know, this is Jeremiah 28:8. It says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms. So guess what? The prophets, even before Jeremiah, before the Babylonian period, they prophesied in those great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence, man. So Jeremiah, when Jeremiah's on the scene, what did Jeremiah do, man? He prophesied of war and evil and pestilence, man. So the same thing as us being prophets, men of the Lord, in these times, if you believe that you're a prophet, you prophesy of war and of evil and of pestilence, man.
Yeah, kind of.
All right, now let me get this one, Babaku Shah. This is my brothers used to get this all the time. It's 1 Corinthians 14 and verse 37. If any man think himself to be a prophet or spiritual, let him acknowledge that the things that I write unto you are the commandments of the Lord.
You can read up. You can read up. You can read up. I was actually about to start. I was right there.
Oh, you was there?
I was about to start at 29.
Slop.
Yeah.
I'll read it, brother. 29.
Yeah.
It said, let the prophets speak 2 or 3, and let the other judge. If anything be revealed to another that sitteth by, let the first hold his peace. For ye may all prophesy one by one, that all may learn, and all may be comforted. And the spirits, and the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets. Now, like we were saying, prophets of old, they prophesied war and of evil and of pestilence, right? Now, guess what? That's the only reason to believe that those prophets will come later on in another kingdom. And this kingdom that we're in now is the most wicked kingdom of all. Babylon, you know, the great, man. America, the daughter of Babylon, man. We prophesying of war and evil and pestilence, man. Who are we doing that to? We doing that for who? We doing that for the elect of Israel, man. For the elect's sake, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, this is not for anybody else but the elect of Israel. You know, we weren't sent to anyone else but the lost sheep of the tribe of Israel.
Right.
12 tribes of Israel. Okay.
Right. That's right.
You got more?
No, that's pretty much it.
Khan, this back in Matthew 22 and 10, it says, so those servants went out into the highways and gathered together all as many as they found, both bad and good, and the wedding was furnished with guests.
Yeah, because you wanted to speak on that, Out?
Go ahead.
Okay, because and that's what, that's another thing. Well, also, it didn't say it in this particular section, but the Lord told you what? Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men. And what do fishermen do? We go out there, we spend time, we cast the nets, we make sure every matter of fact, we make sure the doctrine is straight.
Yeah,
because one of the words when it said the disciples before they followed Yahushua, it said Yahushua had before he came up, he said they was mending their nets. Now mending means to make whole, fasten. They were making whole their nets so that when they cast the net into the water, guess what? They're going to catch the fish. And that's what we do. That's what we're doing with the doctrine. We're mending, making sure the doctrine is whole. So that when we go out, we catch the right fish. And it said what? They went in and not fish in this particular sense. So they went in and got what? Good and bad.
Good and bad. So, and that goes back to the same thing. When we go out on the highways and the byways, we put in the word up, and we're going to get good and we're going to get bad fruit. You know what I'm saying? But then it goes back to what? To us sifting. Right. To us, to the Most High really doing the sifting. And then also the Most High choosing the right men. Right. And because in many a call, which is the title of the video, but few are chosen. So when you go out there, you're gonna get both bad and good. Right. And we gotta understand that there's gonna be both bad and good that's gonna come into this. But the Lord is gonna sift it. Because then also going back to that sifting, it says not any shall fall on the ground. Right. Not one shall be left behind. The Lord is not gonna be like, damn, the Lord left like one of the elect. No. Everyone that's a part of that is gonna make it out of here. That's right. Okay. And as we get closer, the discernment on men are becoming heightened to where we can tell, man. We could tell if you're just not gonna make it, man. Right. This guy is just not right. Right. Okay. So I'll go on. It says, and when the king came in to see the guests, he saw there a man which had not on a wedding garment, and he saith unto him, friend, how camest thou in hither not having a wedding garment? And he was speechless. Then said the king to the servants, he wasn't clothed with the proper attire for the wedding, man. A wedding, when you think of a wedding, it deals with marriage, a joining. Us being joined to Yahushua, his son. Us being joined to him. And he said what? That we see a man that's not wearing a wedding garment. Right? Yeah, a nigga. Yeah, a nigga shows up to the wedding with his pants sagging. Right. You know what I mean? Wearing some Jordans on. Right. You know what I'm saying? So he stands out. Right. You know what I'm saying? Where you got man dressed, nobly, nobly. Right. Dressed in proper garments, and here's a nigga over there. You know what I'm saying? With some dreadlocks and a goddamn Robin's jeans that's hanging below his ass, man, and a Gucci belt on. So he's gonna stand out, and he's not meat to make it to the kingdom, man. He's not supposed to be here. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, damn. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. We gotta sift this nigga out. He gotta get out of here. Right. Something's not right. And why was he easily able to be sifted out? Because the men that was amongst him, they were in the right spirit. They had on the right garment. So now it becomes easy. And that's what's happening in Israel right now. It's becoming easier for men to really see the wicked and the guys that are not right, man. Well, I'll say this to you before you keep going. Yeah, kind of. That says when you read Amos 9:9, right? Yeah. It sift the house of Israel among all nations, right? Yeah. So is it safe to say that that's talking about among the heathen? Yeah. Right? Yeah. Now, when you go to Matthew 18 and verse, I'll start up just to get a point. Matthew 18 and 15. It says, moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone. If he shall hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother. Right. But if he will not hear thee, then take with thee one or two more,
that in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses every word may be established.
Mm-hmm.
And if he shall neglect to hear them, tell it unto the church. But if he neglect to hear the church, let him be unto thee as a heathen man and a publican. So let that Israelite, and you know what? It really means that Israelite, he's gonna be as an actual heathen.
Yeah.
So the house of Israel being sifted among all nations, not just talking about just the actual other physical nations, they will become like a nation themselves, like a heathen themselves.
Yeah, yeah. We see that. Niggas are a nation of themselves.
They're heathens.
They're heathens.
They're heathens.
We don't desire to be a nigger, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Brothers don't want to be niggers.
Right.
I'm a real nigger. That they're a whole nation by themselves. Right. And you know, Esau makes money off of that nation.
Right.
You know, because they're entertainment.
Right.
But you know, it's a whole bunch of bullshit. You know, and we had a situation like that in Atlanta where we did exactly that from Matthew 18, man. We spoke to the man. You know, he didn't take heed. We brought brothers around. Brothers spoke to him. Didn't take heed. Took it to the church.
Right.
And then he was casted out as a heathen. That's why the brother Pashai said last night, that nigga might be a coolie, man.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because we look at you as a heathen now.
Right.
Because you've been casted out.
Right.
You've been sifted.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how it is.
Because Salakia, because you're a part of the heathen, man. You're part of the wicked, man.
Mm-hmm.
You're not a part of Israel, bro.
Yeah. Where are you?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is Jude. I started verse 4. It says, "For there are certain men crept in unawares." And that goes back to the bad, like we read in Matthew. You know, you're gonna get both bad and good.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
There's certain men crept in unawares who were before of old ordained to this condemnation. Ungodly men, turning the grace of our power into lasciviousness. And that's why, you know, I mean, it's hard sometimes for brothers to deal with that because, you know, you're younger. But that's why the apostles, they say all the time, man, we don't really mad at those guys, man. Why? Because they were ordained by the Heavenly Father to actually be those wicked men, to be those men. So now when you read the scriptures, now you understand why they went off like that, or why these things happen. Because they were ordained by the Heavenly Father. You know?
Can you read that again, Babakasha, the ordained part?
It says, who were before of old ordained to this condemnation.
Yeah, to this condemnation, man. And condemnation, you know, also damnation or damn. You know, damn means doom. Condemnation means doom. Doom means destruction, man. You know, those men are ultimately going to be set for destruction, man. All right. So to win that. Matter of fact, because I know you're going to go back to the Matthew too. Those are those men that crept in unawares. They're what? They're set for destruction, man. So many are called. They got the call. All right. But few are what? That are going to be chosen, man. Out of that. There's going to be many are called, but few going to be chosen, you know, because me and the brother Kasat, we talked about this, shalom to that brother too. Me and the brother Kasat talked about this a long time ago. The Lord, this is how scary the Lord is, bro. The Lord woke Jacob up to the fact that they're Israelites, just so they can play the same role that they did years ago in the ancient world again. Remember, because it was men that knew they was Israelites in the ancient world, and they came against the prophets. They came against Yahushua.
Right.
They was Israel. They was wicked as all hell, but they knew they was Israel.
Right.
So the Lord did it again. He made you realize that you're an Israelite in this time frame, so you know you're an Israelite. All right. But then again, what? You're slotted to come against the men of the Lord, man. So you just came right back into your lot, knowing who you are and fulfilling what you did years ago. That's how far out the Most High is. Yeah. You know? All right. You had what was that? Matthew 22. Oh, you can get what you was getting, bro.
Yeah, I was looking for precept real quick. I think it's in Romans. Salakia.
Come.
Yeah, man. I just want to get a quick point on that.
Yeah, come.
What you just said.
Right.
This. Yeah. I got it. This is Romans 9:6. It says, "Not as though the word of Yahweh had taken none effect, For they are not all Israel, which are of Israel.
Beautiful.
You know,
Beautiful.
so like that, what the brother just said. You know what I'm saying? You were brought back to be, you know, not part of the elect. You were brought back for condemnation. You were brought back, you know, just, you know, in the reincarnation to be judged, man. You know, that's what it is. It's not everyone that's amongst us are of us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For those that can receive it. Because there's some people that are going to be walking by the camp, you know, because some people are still simple enough to think all Israelites are the same. Right. You know, oh, I see UPK up there. I see IUIC. Ah, you know, the black woman. Oh, they all the same thing. They all a bunch of black angry men. Right. No, we're not. You know, when you really go in to the word and to what the message is, we're nothing like those men. Right. We're absolutely completely different from every other Israelite camp. Right. You know?
Why? Because we're teaching the true understanding of the Lord. See, if you teach the proper understanding of the Lord, you are different from the world, man. You're different from everything. All right. That's why them other groups have things in common with those other groups that teach off. Yeah. You can't say I got the truth. All right. And nobody has the truth, like General Commanding General Yohana. Nobody is commissioned to have the truth except you, General Yohana, and all this. Yeah. You can't say you have that when you're linking up with people that don't have it and they don't want it. You see how UBK linked up with what do you
the Black Conscious
the
Community?
Black Conscious Community. Oh yeah, number one. Yeah. Oh yeah, number one. It's but they was linked up with other Israelite groups. Yeah. And they were all here, and they don't all believe the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they one guy actually made a statement like that. It's not about doctrine. See, Apostle Gabar did a video on that. How in the world could it not be about the doctrine? Y'all dudes are bugged out. But once again, y'all was set up by the Most High. Right. You know what I'm saying? All we're doing is telling you the truth. I might not become your enemy because I've told you the truth. It is what it is. That's the truth, man. Y'all are reprobates.
And if you get mad about it, you should get mad. Yeah. You should get mad. And you should say, why are they saying this? And go examine yourself and go through the scriptures and see, wait a minute, is this lining up with the scriptures? Am I lining up with the same men of old and doing exactly what they're doing? That's right. Because they wouldn't link up with anybody else outside of the truth, man. Yeah, kind of. This is just to get this real quick, because we read it the other night, Ephesians 4 and 5. It says, one Lord. As a matter of fact, Ephesians 4 and 4, there is one body, straightforward. There's one body. It's not a body with another body joined unto it. Black consciousness, that's another body. That's a body of destruction, man.
Darkness.
Darkness. All right. It said there's one body and one spirit, even as ye are called in one hope of your calling. All right. It says one Lord, one faith, one baptism. One Lord, which when you go into that word Lord, that's talking about Yahweh Shai. One Yahweh Shai. It said one faith, one belief system. Two Yahweh Shai, one baptism, one way to get cleansed, man. That's it. This is it's only one way, man. It's not like you said, it's not about the doctrine. What are you talking about? Yahweh Shai's teaching this.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, man. Bro? Yeah, I'm gonna read on again. Matthew. Matthew 22 and 13. It says, then the king to the servants, Salakia, then said the king to the servants, bind him hand and foot, and take him away, and cast him into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth.
Yeah, weeping and gnashing of, gritting, or gnashing of teeth. Yeah, the pain and anguish is coming, man.
Kind.
That's that gnashing, the pain and everything. Cast them out in the outer darkness, man. So them cats is gonna be cast in the outer darkness. They're gonna be destroyed, man.
Yeah, kind.
All right.
14. For many are called, but few are chosen.
And when you go into that word called in the blue letter, it says, for many are invited. For many are invited, but few are chosen.
Yeah, because obviously that nigga was invited. He was at the wedding. But when he got in there, what they had to do, they had to sift him out. Security, this guy is not, something's wrong with this guy. You know what I mean? And that was done with the apostles when they would visit all the camps, man. They come in there, they look around, they're like, what is this guy wearing, man? What is he doing? What is he teaching about? Well, what example is he setting? You know? And then what happens? It's like, nah, man, you got to get out of here. this guy's not right.
It's a criteria in this thing, man.
Yeah.
It's a criteria. It's a requirement, man. It's many are invited, but few are chosen. You got the ones that get the invitation. They don't show up, man.
Yeah.
They sit behind the goddamn computer all goddamn day, man. You got Slocking.
No, go ahead.
They got all these breakdowns and everything, but you're scared to come out, man.
Yeah.
You know?
You on Facebook and Instagram thinking that you're doing something, talking about you're a friend of the prophets. How can you be a friend of the prophets? We don't know you. You know what I'm saying? That gotta be co-signed. You know what I'm saying? You can't say, well, I'm a friend of the prophets. Well, the prophets don't know you. So what are you doing? You know what I'm saying?
You should know a tree by its
fruit,
by the fruit that it bears, man. And oftentimes in the scriptures, sometimes a tree is referred to as the people, man. Think about it, because it's metaphors. So say you should know them by their fruit. We don't actually grow fruit off of us, man.
Right.
So you should, but in a metaphorical sense, what is the fruit? Our workings, man. You know, you should know them, what kind of fruit they bear, man.
Yeah, man.
So if you call yourself a friend of the prophets, guess what? Then your fruits will be seen. Or he is a true friend of the prophets, man. Where did we get that? We got that the other day. Receive a prophet in the name of a prophet.
I'm not sure where it's. I was going to jump to John. This is John 15 and 16. It says, "Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you, and ordained you that ye should go and bring forth fruit," like the brother was just saying. You know what I'm saying? We got to go out there and gain fruit, man. That's what the apostles did. Why do you think there's a GMS camp on almost every single corner in the United States? There's a GMS camp on nearly every island in the Caribbean. There are GMS camps in Alaska, in Hawaii, in Holland, in London. Okay? Why? Because they went out there and they did their jobs. And now their fruit is starting to show.
Right.
That's what it is. But was that of their own will? No. The Lord chose them to do that, man.
Right.
This is the Lord's program. So when you do certain things, you can tell based on the scriptures, well, yeah, this guy's moving the spirit of the Lord. But that's what the Lord commanded the prophets to do, to go out to the highways and the byways, highways and the hedges, and fish for his elect. So if you're not doing that, you're not a man of the Lord. Right. Period.
Period. Point blank, period. You can't hide behind the keyboard. You can't keep saying, I'm a man of the Lord and this is great, this is great. The Lord is about action. You gotta look, you should know a tree by its fruit. You gotta put in the work, man. All right? What was that? Matter of fact,
I'm gonna finish this up.
Yeah, you got it up.
It says, and that your fruit should remain, that whatsoever ye shall ask of the Father in my name, he may give it to you. You know, and you see that, man. Brothers are not just coming out there one weekend and not going on, man. Brothers are sincerely putting their hand to the plow, man. Why? Because they see an example that's been set by the apostles and the elders, and that's who we look up to. That's the standard. You know, that's who the Most High, those men are the spirits that the Lord is dealing with. So that's who, you know, we're gonna pattern our everything to, and that's just how it is. You know, and that's why you look at the other Israelite flunkies. They don't do it. They don't do that, man. They follow behind their leaders, which they honor. What they do, they go up on a goddamn podium, scream their lungs out. They don't bring any edification, and then they go missing for another 2-3 weeks. Right. And we see it in Atlanta all the time. Right. All the time. We see them once every 3 months, if that. They come out there and they got all their tables and they standing like, okay, then they disappear. Why are they doing that? Because they're following behind their leaders. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So that's why, and as a leader, you have a very, very, very important position. Right. That's why, you know, you're not supposed to be coveting those spots, man. You're not supposed to be, you know, being preeminent. Right. That's not the way. You're supposed to be a sheep, supposed to be following and trying to do your own to help the body. Right. You know, this is a team thing. Right. You had something, brother? Yeah. Well, you said about the leadership too. This is Sirach 10:1. A wise judge will instruct his people. He'll build. You're going to instruct. It means to build. All right. He will build his people. And the government of a prudent man is well ordered.
as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers, and what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein.
Right. That's why, brothers, man, let's be real, man. You go on the GMS brothers pages from Dallas to DC to Atlanta, coming up to Charlotte, you go to the West Coast, the LA brothers, you know, the brothers all throughout the states, New York, the different camps. There's so much information. If you were to take a full month off just to look at videos, you would not watch all videos. Even if you had a whole month just to look at videos, you still can watch all of them.
Every hour.
Every 5 minutes now. It's like boom, boom, boom. So why do they do that? Because when you go to the Apostles page, Infoduct channel 11.
Yeah.
You know, GMS Walk and Talk 8.
Yeah.
So there was a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5. Okay. What is the 6 mark? Then Apostle Tahada had a few other channels.
Pages, before.
Then they had stuff in Daily Motion. So now that's why now the men behind them are coming in the same spirit. Because why? We're going up behind our leaders.
That's right. That's right.
You know?
Because we have them for the scriptures saying in sample, which is an example. All right. This is Sirach 10:3. It says, an unwise king destroyeth his people. So he destructions them. Okay.
And that was happening. Honestly, that was happening to our camp, man. We had an unwise leader.
Exactly.
And he was destroying and you know, creating all types of havoc, man. Because he wasn't wise, you know what I'm saying? It's one thing to memorize scriptures and know where this is and where that is, and grab that, and it looks entertaining, and it gains a lot of views,
right,
so to speak. But that's not what this is about.
Right.
That's not what this is about, man. This is about a walk. This is about applying what you've learned, you know. And this is about being around like-minded men, so that when you do make mistakes, you refine that and you work it out. Like me and the brother Barzal, we were on the phone today for over 2 hours, working things out, trying to figure out, okay, what's best for the body? How do we deal with this matter? Why? Because we sincerely care about each other and about the men that's around us, and that's how you deal. You know, you don't just blow things off and just say whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like Donald Trump. This motherfucker doesn't give a damn.
Yeah.
And look what's happening. He's causing riots all over the place. The people of America are dumb as hell. It's not really his fault, but that's the perfect leader for America, really.
Yeah. Well, he's showing how America is.
Yeah.
You know, he's all crazy and disarray, and how the people, they're all mad. You know, it comes with the spirit. It says, an unwise king destroyeth his people. And like this brother said before, they're trying to find out ways how to fix the camp up and what's better for the body. Why? Because this brother is one of the leaders down in his camp, man. You know, he's one. When you look up the word king, because it said that Moses was a king in Jeshurun. He was a king. When you read 2nd Ezra, the first chapter, it says, and I gave Moses for a leader. A king is a leader, man. You know, a king is like the apostles brought that out a long time ago. They said another word for king is a leader. It's a leader, man. If I'm not mistaken, if it was the apostles, okay. It said it was a king is a leader. This is an unwise king destroyeth his people. An unwise leader, man. A leader that's not following the scriptures, because wisdom comes from the Lord, right? It's Sirach, the 1st chapter. All wisdom comes from the Lord. So an unwise and not wise, meaning you don't have the way of the truth. It said destroyeth his people, destructions his people, man. The same way that our people are out here bugged out now, because they're destroyed, man, right? Our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. All right. So an unwise king is doing the same thing like you're doing, like Esau and them is doing to our people. You're destroying them. It says, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. All right. Yeah. But through the wisdom of them that are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. The crazy part is, it says an unwise king destroyed his people, man.
Yeah.
Yaradan, like the brother was saying, he didn't want to bring up his name. Well, you're a wicked ass nigga, man. Just want to say that, man. To have all these accounts and brothers talking about you, man, and things of this nature. Think about that. It says an unwise king destroyed his people. So it's your people you destroy. How can you say that's my people and you destroy them? Think about that. Yeah. That's wicked as that's your people.
Yeah.
And you're destroying them?
Yeah.
That's wicked as hell, man.
Okay. All right. Esau does that, man. Esau is you think he gives a damn when he sprays chemtrails? Yeah. No, it's just all his people.
Yeah.
So you gotta eat my spirit. That's why the scripture said earlier, cast him out as a heathen. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And you got a heathenistic energy about you, man. Mm-hmm. You know, it's just, hey, man. The fact of the matter is that you will set forth as an example. Mm-hmm. So we're going to use that example to build and to edify the brothers.
Which goes back into the lesson. You were called, but you wasn't chosen.
Most definitely wasn't chosen, man. You got Jazzy Jeff out of that motherfucker, man. You get thrown out. Mm-hmm. You know, and it's evident to see. You want to point fingers and try to say it's me and I'm envious of the fact, hey, brother, man, take me out of the picture. Like the brother was telling me last night. Zab, you get out of the picture. What about all the other men that had an issue? Right. What about the apostle that was there to examine the whole situation and to watch what happened? And you know, what about all of that other stuff?
Right.
You know, take me away. You know, since you want to, well, then what?
Because he got the wicked niggas accusing him of him being a ringleader of why this is all going on. Well, once again, take him out of the picture. What about all the other men that's down in Atlanta camp? All right, that came up with their own accounts of what you did to him. Mm-hmm. Not saying, oh, well, it's him with it. You know, me and him in Yaradon. No, take him out the picture. They have their own accounts of what he did to them without this brother being involved. All right? So, and all that built up, what? You a wicked dude, man. Mm-hmm. It said an unwise leader or king destroyed his people. You destroy your own people, man.
Yeah. Hey, well, he tried to, you know.
Yeah,
like he tried to, but you know, brothers are sincere, man. And I'll say that on behalf of the brothers that I stand with on the highways, on the byways, and you know, in the battlefield every week, man. Those brothers are sincere. And those brothers love the Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Yeah. And that's why he wasn't able to really break men. You know what I mean? Men went through it and we endured. But you know, the real men, you know, because scripture said in Ecclesiasticus, the 2nd chapter, you know, prepare for temptation. Yeah. And we were tempted. A lot of men were tempted. Man was, you know, I for myself wanted to leave out of there. You know what I mean? But probably I should go back over here or go over there, you know. But no, you gotta be refined. You gotta go through to be an acceptable man. Right. You gotta go through that fire. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's what brothers did. And that showed brothers sincerity in wanting to do the work, man. Right. And it also showed the Lord, like he said, you know, your prayers are not gonna go unanswered. So the Lord answered, and he's like, okay, now do it. And when all was said and done, look at the men. Brothers are out there pushing, doing the work. And what are you doing? Where are you?
The cancer had to be cut off, man. Matter of fact, where's that at? Cast it. Yo, yeah, give what you get.
This is Salakia. Get this real quick. 2 Peter 1 and 10. It says, wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if you do these things, ye shall never fail. You know, so I brought it up to say, you know, men remain diligent, man. Because at the end of the day, it's all about salvation. It's all about the elect. It's all about making sure that you get on those chariots, man. Because the heat that's hitting, like right now, the wildfire is still burning up there in LA. That ain't nothing compared to what the Most High got stored up for him, man. Right. Those missiles, man, buildings are gonna be melting. Yeah. Remember that people brothers always talk about that movie Terminator 2. Yep. I'm a bigger fan of The Matrix. Remember when Neo went up there and he spoke and he came back flying out, it was just burning up everything. There's fire coming through the city. That's the level of heat that's coming. So how do you prepare for that? You stay in the word, still doing the work, you know what I mean? Going around brothers, stay in the spirit of the Most High, you know, to make your call and election sure. Yeah, because as much as make your invitation sure. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. You had something?
Oh, just going back to what we was talking about earlier. It's Matthew 18, verse 7. It says, woe unto the world because of offenses, for it must needs be that offenses come. But woe to that man by whom the offense come.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Wherefore, if thy hand or thy foot offend thee, cut them off and cast them from thee. It is better for thee to enter into life halt or maimed, rather than having 2 hands or 2 feet to be cast into everlasting fire.
Ooh.
And if thine eye offend thee, pluck it out and cast it from thee. It is better for thee to enter into life with 1 eye, rather than having 2 eyes to be cast into hell fire, which those body parts and members is talking about people. They're talking about actual people. They had to cut that cancer off so that they can go off and thrive, man. And if the brother was talking about, look at brothers, they all thriving, doing videos, doing this and this. And where is he at?
Yeah.
He's rotting away. Because that's what happens to a body part when it's cut off. It's dead.
Yeah.
All body parts are alive when they're part of the body. Yeah. And when it cuts off, it dies. And that's what happened when he was cut out, because he wasn't chosen. He didn't make his calling and election sure, like you read. Because when you read 2 Peter's, the first chapter, the brother read like verse 5 on down to 10, it gives you the criteria of what you do to make that call and election sure. And he didn't do that, man. He didn't do that. You know? He made it seem like he was doing it, but he truly didn't do that, man.
Yeah.
All right. And so when you read Matthew 18, it's talking about the members was talking about people. It's better to cast them out than for you to be destroyed. Like the brother was talking about. The apostles at one point, they did it a couple times. That whole camp is out of here, man.
Yeah.
Now, he stayed down there with that dude and stuck, and it would have festered. Who knows what would have happened, man? That dude can get other people killed with him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Get like, whoa, I'm not with, get other people killed with him, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So cut him off, let him die so you can thrive, man.
All
right?
You had to try something else?
Nope.
Want to wrap?
Yeah, let's go and wrap it up.
Yeah, man. So, hey, man, like we didn't want to push it too long. Pretty much just wanted to focus on the topic of, try to make your call in the election sure, man, because that wedding is right around the corner, and you got to make sure you have on the proper garments.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So stay in the word. Stay praying. Fast. Stay alert to the current events within Israel. Look for the prophecies, which they're happening all over the place. There's a lot going on. So, just make sure you keep in the right spirit, man, to make your call and election sure. Make sure that you're chosen.
That and you know what, that wedding garment is also synonymous with having the armor of faith, man. The clothing and having that armor of faith. See, it's having that armor of faith synonymous, man. What other type of clothes are you going to wear, man? You already been through the other stuff in the world. None of that shit makes sense. No other garment, clothing in the world makes sense, man. That's why you have not on the proper attire, have not a wedding garment, the proper attire for the joining with Yahushua, which is faith. Remember we said one Lord, one faith, one baptism, this way, this truth. What we're teaching right now, what other clothing out there is fit for you to make it, man? Everything in the world is of the heathen. It's of the so-called white man or the heathen, man. This is it. There is no other clothing that's going to be the proper attire for when the Lord comes back. It's not going to work. It's matter of fact, he gave us the right uniform. He said, this is the uniform. That's a uniform. You go to some schools out there, you need to wear a uniform to go to school. And if you don't wear that uniform, you can't go to that school, man. So it's a uniform that he gave out, man. All right.
Yeah, I had some real quick.
Yeah.
This is James 2 and 18. It says, yea, a man may say, thou hast faith, and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show thee my faith by my works.
And I'll show you my faith by my works, by what you're doing. All right, your fruits, your work, your dealings, your workings, man. You say you believe, or you're on the highways? Are you listening to the apostles? All right, on down. Are you doing these? That's showing your faith by your works, man. It's putting your money where your mouth is, man, so to speak. You actually doing it, man. That's showing your faith by your works, man. You doing it, man. All All right.
I'll read on.
Come.
It says, thou believest that there is one power.
Mm-hmm.
Thou doest well.
Mm-hmm.
The devils also believe and tremble.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah. So even the wicked, man, even the bad ones that are going to be burned, they believe, they know, and they tremble because they're all in accordance with the Spirit of the Lord. Because the Lord, there's proper order, man. As quiet as it kept, they think it's a whole bunch of confusion. The Lord is not the author of confusion. Okay, so these demons, they all in the line with the Lord. It's all up to you to protect yourself from these things by doing the work.
That's crazy, man. The devils believe and tremble. Like this, the so-called white man.
Yeah,
it's the top elites, the white. That means they believe the truth that is coming out of us, the men of the Lord, and they tremble.
God.
So if they believe what we're saying is the truth, but they can't get anywhere to the devil, but since they believe what we're saying is the truth, what's wrong with Jake, man?
Yeah, what's wrong with Jake?
The so-called white man knows what we're teaching. What we're teaching is against him.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't you say, you know what? Let me get with that group, because even the so-called white man believes what they're teaching is their downfall.
Yeah.
What's wrong with Jake?
Because Jake is finished, man.
The white man, basically, the white man is he's scared of our wedding garment.
Yeah.
Oh shit, they got the right clothing on.
Yeah.
So oh shit, that's the clothing that the Lord gave. We know that for a fact.
Yeah.
They believe and tremble.
Yeah.
But what's wrong with Jake?
Yeah. Kind.
You know?
So verse 20. But wilt thou know, O vain man, that faith without works is dead. So if you're not out there doing any works, man, you might as well off yourself. You're better off dead, man. You're no use. You know what I'm saying? Because you out there talking about, I believe that y'all, the apostles and the elders are the men of the Lord, you know, and they're pushing the right thing, and I have faith in it. Meanwhile, you're home with a big ass cup of Kool-Aid, you know what I'm saying, eating a plate of food, watching, you know, some show with your woman, man, while they got men out there putting their life on the line. You're not putting in any work, but then you want to get, you know, the same reward, or you want to say, well, I believe you, bro. It's like, you know, like it's like your dad telling you, yo, man, you're great, but he doesn't come to one of your games.
Right.
He's not there to watch you, you know, train, to see you actually, you know, compete.
It means he truly don't believe in you.
Yeah, you're gonna sit down and think and be like, man, you say all this shit, Dad, but I ain't never see you in none of my games. You never came one time. After a while, what you're gonna say, man, you bullshitting, man. And you're gonna probably resonate better or gravitate to another man that might be coming out to watch you play. Maybe your coach, one of your coaches, or you know, just another parent. That happens all the time.
Right. You
realize this guy's a bullshitter.
Right.
You know, and that's what it is. It's only so long you can pretend, man. So I mean, unless you got something else, brother.
Yeah, what's it?
You know, I hope brothers were edified. You know, once again, you know, give all praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua. Double honors to the apostles, Salakia, the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and much love to you, Akim, pushing this word on the four corners in sincerity and truth.
That's right.
Shalom.
Hey, shalom.